Hi guys, welcome to today's session, and today we're going to discuss about Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. And this is a very important scheme which has been previously asked in UPSC prelims question paper. And in this session we'll first see details of PM Fasal Bima Yojana. Then we'll see what was the need for revamping PMFBY, and finally we discuss the transition from PMFBY to Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana 2.0. The updated version of this scheme was initiated in the last year. So we'll see the details of that also. This is how I plan this session. Let's now start. The Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana was launched in 2016 and is being administered by the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. It provides a comprehensive insurance cover against failure of the crop, thus helping in stabilizing the income of farmers. And the scope is all food and oilseed crops and annual commercial or horticultural crops for which past yield data is available. And the premium is 2% to be paid by farmers for all kharif crops and 1.5% for all rabi crops. And in the case of annual commercial and horticultural crops, the premium is 5%. And the scheme is compulsory for loanee farmers availing crop loan or Kisan credit card account for notified crops and voluntary for others. And the scheme is implemented by empaneled general insurance companies. The selection of the implementing agency is done by the concerned state government through bidding. So that are the features of Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Now we will discuss what are the needs for revamping Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. We will discuss that in detail. The first point is the non-voluntary nature of PMFBY up till now. The scheme has until now been a voluntary scheme only for non-loanee farmers, while mandatory for those availing crop loans from banks. And in the case of loanee farmers, banks have been deducting their share of premium against loan accounts on a compulsory basis and remitting the same to the insurance companies. And the farmers haven't taken kindly to this, not the least as asset companies are neither in direct contact with them, and nor do they issue any policy certificates unlike in car or health insurance. And the current scheme, it would seem, are served to provide the insurance to the loans of banks more than the crops of farmers. And next point is that there is no upper limit of center subsidy. Until now there was no upper limit for the center subsidy, and as a result of it, the insurers never showed the needed willingness or intention to actively involve themselves in the scheme. And the next point is there is huge pendency. There has been huge pendency of settlement of state subsidy to the insurance companies over the last 3 to 4 seasons in several states, and this has affected the timely payment of claims. And also the release of state share of subsidy is the major reason for the delay in payment of claims to the farmers. So that were the reasons why a revamp is needed in this particular scheme, and government come up with Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana 2.0. Now we'll see the details of that. So the first point is it is completely voluntary. It has been decided to make enrollment 100% voluntary for all farmers from 2020 Kharif. From now on, insurance companies will have to make efforts to create real awareness among farmers about the benefits of crop risk coverage, and the crop insurance would thus become an informed choice for loanee farmers, just as it already for their non-loanee counterparts. And second point is it is limit to center subsidy, and the cabinet has decided to cap the center's premium subsidy under these schemes for premium rates up to 30% for unirrigated areas or crops and 25% for irrigated areas or crops. This will shift in the onus to the insurance companies, as they would have to actively seek out farmers and convince them of importance of crop insurance. And the next point is there is more flexibility to states. Government has given the flexibility to states and UTs to implement PMFBY and given them the option to select any number of additional risk covers or features like preventing sowing, localized calamity, mid-season adversity, and post-harvest losses. And next point is the new scheme will penalizing dependency. That is, a provision has been incorporated wherein if states don't release their share before March 31st of Kharif season and September 30 for Rabi, they would not be allowed to participate in the scheme in subsequent seasons. And the next point is it leads in investing in ICE activities, that is information, education and communication activities. Insurance companies have to now spend 0.5% of the total premium collected on information collected on these ICE activities. And a central advisory committee has also been set up with implementing state governments and insurance companies to ensure uniformity of message across the country and remove gaps in dissemination of information. So these are the features of PMFBY 2.0, and that is a comparison also between the PMFBY and its 2.0 version. So that's all about this particular scheme, guys. It's a very important scheme. It has been asked previously in UPSC papers. So please study about this in detail. We'll meet tomorrow with another topic. Thank you for watching this lesson.